Hello guys, it's your boy back here again, and today we're going to be looking at all of my FNAF characters. Before we get started, I just wanted to say, not only is my room a mess down here, and I'm working on a pretty big project, some of these characters I've made can be turned into other characters using different pieces, and that's why I have so many characters. Like, the ones that I showed at the beginning are the only ones I have, but about 98% of those characters can be turned into about 2 or 3 other characters. So we're going to be starting with the first 2 that started everything off. Fredbear and Springtrap, or Spring Bonnie. I can turn Fredbear into Golden Freddy and other characters from other games such as Ignited Freddy from Joy of Creation, which I could turn all the other characters into as well. And yeah, these characters are pretty simple. Springtrap was pretty fun to make, and Fredbear is much bigger than the others, and he is the same head as Molten Freddy. I wasn't able to make his bow tie or most of his hat, which you can't really see his hat, purple because I don't have those specific pieces. I had to get creative with some of the parts on his legs and his body. Even some translucent pieces right here. This is what Golden Freddy looks like. Nothing too different, just a black hat and black bow tie. And this is the Joy of Creation version of Golden Freddy. I don't think I recreated the endoskeleton jaw very well. It looks a little odd, but this is how it looks. It's just missing a couple of pieces here. Here we have Ignited Springtrap. I haven't looked at the in-game models for a while, so if I got some of the wrong missing armor bits, don't get mad at me. I haven't looked at them in a while. You can correct me in the comments if you want to, but just missing a couple armor pieces in the bottom jaw, which reveals Purple Guy's jaw in there. And that's Ignited Springtrap. This next version of Springtrap is a little more different. This one is called Scrap Trap, and he is missing this arm, a little bit of bone there. He has claws, which those are technically bones as well. And its head is much different, its feet are different, much more skinny. I think I recreated this head pretty good. And it's missing one of its ears, and pretty much the same model as the other one, just different feet, hand, and head. Now we're going to be moving on to the original characters. This is Freddy, and you might not be able to see his eyes. His eyes are blue, but they're very dark. You could tell I was in fact, I don't even have any armor pieces in brown. So this is dark red, translucent orange, and I had to get so creative and use some Lego pieces, Lego plates to cover up the legs. But I think it looks pretty decent. If you guys don't know, this isn't just the first Five Nights at Freddy's game Freddy. This is actually Unwithered Freddy, because these were the first 4. All the other characters too. So this was the first Freddy, technically. I made his microphone a stand, so on stage he doesn't have to hold it. And that's it for this guy. Well, one more thing. All of these characters, or at least these main characters, have an endoskeleton underneath. Well, everything except the hands, feet, and the head. But so yeah, you could remove all the armor bits and see the endoskeleton underneath. And this is Withered Freddy, and not much changed. In fact, the only one thing changed. I took away his kneecaps, because that's the one thing Withered Freddy doesn't have. He does have little scraps and scars around, but I can't really recreate that in Lego, and I don't want to draw on my Legos, so that's that. Here is Ignited Freddy, and it's pretty much the same model as Fredbear, or Golden Freddy, Ignited Golden Freddy, just Golden Freddy's a little bit bigger, but yeah, same thing. Lower legs missing, and both hands are missing, lower bottom jaw is missing as well. Next is Unwithered Bonnie, which, yes, it's still unwithered, and it has the same endoskeleton underneath it, and he is holding his guitar, and yeah. Here is Withered Bonnie, and Withered Bonnie is my favorite character. Well, Bonnie in general is my favorite character, and this is the one that started it all. I actually made Withered Bonnie first, and then I decided to make him unwithered, and I made all the other characters, and a lot more. Nothing really much. I mean, his face is gone, his arm is gone, and some skin here is gone. And that's it. And here is Ignited Bonnie, and it's basically just Withered Bonnie, but with a lot more missing parts. On the arm and the body and then down there. And it's missing half of its ear. Next is Unwithered Chica, and I think Unwithered Chica is a little scary looking. I don't know, it's just the way I created her looks a little odd. She has her cupcake in her hand, and she's supposed to have 3 toes, but I only gave her 2 for some reason. And I did not have any more yellow Bionicle pieces, so I had to use some more translucent green. And that's it for Chica. And this is Withered Chica. Her jaw is broken and she's missing both of her hands. You're wondering why she probably doesn't have any wires there. She should have wires on her arm, but in Ultimate Custom Night, she actually doesn't. She doesn't have wires right where her hand should be, which is a little odd, but I like being game accurate, so I took the wires away and it honestly saves me parts. So, yeah. And this is Ignited Chica. Now she's even missing more of her arms. A little bit of skin here and there, and she's missing her bottom jaw. She's always looking down, though, in the pictures for the game, but yeah. And next is everyone's favorite, Unwithered Foxy. And like I said, I didn't have any brown, so I had to use black as the shorts. And we don't really see many Foxies with actual toes and fur right where they're at the bottom of their legs. And Foxy's much skinnier than all the other ones, and I think I recreated his head pretty well. And here's Withered Foxy. Not much different, just half of his face is missing, little skin missing down here, and his hand is endoskeleton now. And here is Ignited Foxy. You could see his rib cage is open, some missing skin here, his whole ear is gone, and same thing with the lower half of the legs. And here's Mangle, probably my least favorite character. I just made him because I had the parts, and she was pretty easy to make. Just made 2 different color hands, 2 different color feet, and then that. 2 heads too. The head was pretty much, it was fun making because I could put the cheeks in there and stuff. You could barely see the teeth on camera, but she has them. Then his endoskeleton head right here. That I actually originally did make an endoskeleton, and then I broke him and I put the head there. So that worked out. And here we've got Ennard, one of my favorite characters, but he's also very tall, so he could barely fit in camera. I didn't really spend much time on this guy. It was really simple. Just kind of mixed up some parts, made him look all just broken. He only has 2 fingers, and his head's my favorite part. The faceplates can open. It looks kind of dumb when they're both open, so you either keep one open or both of them closed. But I also got his hat up there. That's Ennard. And now we move on to the rest of the Scrap animatronics. I've already did Scrap Trap, so here we have Scrap Baby. And I think I made her really well. It's just the face that looks a little odd. I can't recreate her little half smile thing in there. Got her hand well. I really like the claw. She's on roller skates. And yeah. Now this one is if Scrap Baby wasn't, well, Scrap. She's never looked like this in the game, but I decided to base it off of a video I saw, and this is what she might have looked like if she, well, like I said, wasn't Scrap. I mean, got ketchup and mustard packs on the side. Like, she would be, it's like she would be a waiter. And yeah. Here we have Lefty, and Lefty was made by Henry to capture Puppet, which basically is what his daughter is, and that's what Lefty did, because if you look at pictures, you could see Puppet inside the joints, and inside him, I was able to recreate the little star on his chest, and I really like this guy. I think I did pretty good on him. Lefty's a pretty big guy. Last but not least, Molten Freddy. Molten Freddy's a pretty big character. He should have lots of wires going around him, but I wasn't able to recreate that. I probably could have, but I didn't really care to use all these wire pieces on this guy. Sorry, I can't speak. I gave him big hands, and this is the best I could do for the just amalgamation of wires at the bottom. And yeah, that's it for Molten Freddy. Hope you guys like this video. This probably will be my only video on Five Nights at Freddy's, but I never know. I mean, the next video I make will probably be on Doom Eternal again, even though I said that last video was going to be my last one, because I have a lot more things I'm wanting to make. So I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you next time.